afternoon, family and friends. My name is Gail Oliver, and I am this year's student body president. Florin High School's graduating class of 2013 is an intelligent and inspiring group of young adults. We gather here after working countless hours to reach this stage of our academic success. And we have earned the right to be here today. Not even in my wildest dreams could I have imagined of graduating with a group of motivated and inspiring students. In order for our joyous occasion to proceed with order, we have guidelines that must be followed. First, for the sake of time and out of respect for all the graduates, please refrain from shouting and making distracting remarks as the graduates cross the stage. Secondly, photographs will be taken of each graduate when they get their diploma, and we ask that the audience remain seated and refrain from flash photography. The fire department prohibits blocking the aisles. We also ask that you either turn off or silent all electronic devices. We thank you in advance for adhering to these small but extremely important requests. Lastly, we ask that you remain seated as the graduates cross the stage. Family, friends, distinguished guests, and graduates, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the faculty and staff of Florin High School. Thank you.
graduating class of 2013. Graduation, also called commencement, this is more of a beginning than an end. And what better way to begin our ceremony than celebrating our great country? Will everyone please stand for the presentation of colors, the Pledge of Allegiance, and our national anthem.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Will everyone please be seated?
Good afternoon, family and friends. Good evening, family and friends, distinguished guests and graduates. My name is Ashley Thomas Williams, and I'm the senior class governor for the class of 2013. It is my pleasure to introduce to you our honored guests and school staff. The Board of Education for the Elk Grove Unified School District, please stand when I introduce you. President of the Board of Education, Mr. Chet Matterson Sr. School board members, Ms. Jeanette J. Amaviska, Ms. Priscilla S. Cox, Mr. Carmine S. Forcina, Mr. Steve Lee, Mr. Anthony Tony Perez, and Ms. Bobby Singh Allen. Thank you. Elk Grove Unified School District administrators, please stand when I introduce you. Superintendent, Dr. Stephen M. Ladd. Associate Superintendent of Secondary Education, Ms. Christina Pena. Directors of Secondary Education, Kevin McDonald. and Charlotte Finnessy. Thank you. Florin High School administrators, please stand when I introduce you. Principal, Mr. Don Ross. Vice principals, Mr. Ken Smith, Miss Karen Graywall, Miss Denise Escobar, teacher in charge, Mr. Elias Mendoza, academic programs coordinator, Mr. John Patterson. Thank you. Middle school principal, Mr. Yuri Pinnerman, James Vetter Middle School. Elementary school principals, Mr. Bob Paisley, Florin Elementary. Miss Eileen Penna, Kennedy Elementary. Mr. Lawrence Quizmondo, Anna Kirchgater Elementary. Mr. Martin Fine, Isabel Jackson Elementary. And Miss Jennifer Avey, David Reese Elementary. I would now like to introduce to you the Florin High School Choir under the direction of Mr. Florin Barros.
Great job, Florent Choir. At this time, I'd like to bring up to the stage our CSF advisor, Mr. Dan Summers.
The California Scholastic Federation is a statewide organization that recognizes academic achievement. Lifetime members have qualified for membership 4 of their last 6 semesters of high school. 100% members have qualified all 6 semesters. At this time, would all CSF lifetime and 100% members please stand and be recognized? Thank you. You may be seated. Please allow me to introduce Mr. Robert Brewer to announce the National Honor Society.
National Honor Society is a nationwide organization that recognizes scholarship, community service, character, as well as leadership. This past year, Florin has had approximately 60 active National Honor Society members. At this time, I ask all graduating National Society members to please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Now I'd like to introduce Vice Principal Denise Escobar, who will be presenting Special Program Completers.
Good evening. I have the privilege and honor of recognizing Florin High School's special program completers. One of the unique aspects of the curriculum offered at Florin High School is the opportunity for students to concentrate in one of 19 specialty areas or majors. Students are to complete all requirements of the major or program to be awarded the cords that you see adorning their robes today at graduation. Students, as I announce each special major or program, will those of you who have satisfied the special requirements please stand and be recognized. Agriculture major, 67 program completers, please stand and be recognized. Agriculture. You may be seated. Agriculture Technology Academy, 51 program completers. Please stand and be recognized. You may be seated. AVID, Advancement via Individual Determination, 38 program completers. Please stand and be recognized. You may be seated. Business and Technology Academy, 3 program completers. Please stand and be recognized. You may be seated. Conflict Management, 6 program completers. Please stand and be recognized. You may be seated. Culinary Arts major, 17 program completers. Please stand and be recognized. You may be seated. Health Careers major, 2 program completers. Please stand and be recognized. You may be seated. Latino Success Club, 5 program completers. Please stand and be recognized. You may be seated. Link Crew, 17 program completers. Please stand and be recognized. You may be seated. Law Academy, 10 program completers. Please stand and be recognized. You may be seated. Math major, mathletes, 6 program completers. Please stand and be recognized. You may be seated. Mask Music and Arts Scholars Consortium, 24 program completers, please stand and be recognized. You may be seated. MESA, Math, Engineering, Science Achievement, 8 program completers, please stand and be recognized. You may be seated. Naval Cadet, 5 program completers, please stand and be recognized. You may be seated. Student Government, 7 program completers, please stand and be recognized. You may be seated. Science Olympiad, 1 program completer, please stand and be recognized. You may be seated. World Languages, 10 program completers, please stand and be recognized. You may be seated. Congratulations to all of our program completers. It is now my privilege to introduce Vice Principal Kieran Graywall.
Good evening. The Gold Panther is one of the highest awards that a student can earn while at Florin High School. To be eligible, a student must have completed 30 hours of community service, 20 hours of school service, or have been a member of a JV or a varsity sports team, applied for and received a Bronze Panther, Silver Panther, and academic block. There are 21 students receiving this award. As I call your name, please sit down to be recognized. Arvin Chand, Deja Conga Emerson, Chanel Dam, Lorena Domingo, Julie Herr, Kathy Locke, Kim Dow Nguyen, Carlos Quesada, Shannon Su, Eric Tao, Padi Vang, Vu Chao, Christian Kwa, Maitran Dang, Brian Zhang, Adina Her, Kathleen Lumbang, Amber Quash, Matthew Seychow, Adil Sultan, and Elizabeth Bang. Congratulations to this year's Gold Panther recipients. Next, I have great pleasure in introducing our senior presentation by Tanya Arroyo, Deja Conga, Lillian Lupsa, Kylie Strickland, and Ashley Williams.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
We would like to thank you for coming here tonight,
We're here to recognize our past,
to celebrate our accomplishments, and to look forward to our futures.
To begin, I would like to ask you all to take a look around and see just what a diverse class we are. A lot of you parents out there are immigrants, which means most of us graduates are first-generation Americans. I don't know about you guys, but I do know of my parents. And my parents did everything they could for me to have the best education possible. I remember they would go out all night and pick cans and newspapers just for me to be able to have food and diapers. My dad then got blessed with a job. He started early in the morning, came back late at night just to start again in the next few hours. We are here today because of our parents. Well, guess what? I didn't go to every dance like all you guys. I didn't die if I didn't go to homecoming or ball or any of the football games. I'm here like the rest of you guys, graduating with the best class out there. Not only did I have support from my wonderful mother, Shalita Conger, but from my coaches, my teammates, and my counselor, Marcus McGee. Being a student athlete on the varsity basketball team wasn't a walk in the park. I wasn't the only one who thought it was hard, though. Wasn't it hard juggling honors, AP, and other rigorous courses? Because for me, it was definitely difficult. Having late practices and having to go home to study for a test the very next day had me exhausted. But I can say it was all worth it. I was surrounded by many other student athletes, so I wasn't alone. I can say that my teammates were more than teammates, they were my sisters. Just like any other student athlete, they all have that one best friend on their team. And mine was Deja Janae Jo Smith. I just want to thank everyone, including the enormous support from our staff and faculty, for being behind the women's basketball team here at Florin High. We wouldn't have made it to Argo for the first time in 17 years without your huge, helping, generous hand. Working with our peers, we were able to accomplish greatness not only on the courts and fields, but in the classroom, which brought us here today.
Working together is what brought us from a class with no spirit to a class with spirit that shines brighter than the sun on a hot food fair day. The class of 2013 has overcome many hard times. Entering high school was not an easy task. Many of us would not be the leaders we are today without the support of our fellow peers. Being an ASB was not an easy task. From selecting a shirt design that will appeal to all 342 set of eyeballs, to overextending the senior ball deadline just to try and have everybody attend and still have people ask to pay the day before. Overall, everything has been a success. Thank you for making these past 4 years very stressful, hard, and tough, but overall very fun, exciting, and very memorable 4 years that I will never forget. Once a Panther, always a Panther.
Achieving, determining, striving, and discovering who I wanted to be was something that Florin High School helped me do. During my high school career, I can say that Florin High has shaped me to become a better person. Now, one thing that I like about the school are the teachers. The time that they're willing to give up to students is incredible. Tim Smith, for example, is one of the sweetest teachers ever, who always stops what he's doing to help us out. No wonder he won Teacher of the Year. Now, in my opinion, Mr. Bueller has to be one of the most supportive teachers I had this year. There's no other way I could thank him. But something else that I like about our school are the extracurricular activities. There's so many to choose from. I chose theater, and I have to say that without Mr. Nauman, I couldn't do it. He made me discover my dreams, and I can't thank him more than that. So, 4 years pass quickly, and time is limited. So now as we walk down the halls of Florin High for the last time, we will remember all the great moments we had as a class of 2013.
I held a 0.58 GPA ending sophomore year. I didn't care about my GPA. I didn't care about graduating and going to college. All I cared about was having a good time and getting by these 4 years however possible. I was heading nowhere quickly. I was told there was no hope for graduating and going to a 4-year anytime soon. And it was no one's fault but my own. But that's when I met Miss Lee. Miss Lee harassed me on what felt like a daily basis, making sure I had all the classes I needed to graduate and that I wasn't slacking off in any of them, which prompted me to want to better myself. I took the underdog indeed. I took many of night school, summer, and zero-period classes to get to the end of my senior year with a 3.0 GPA. Maybe you all can't relate to my story entirely, but we all can relate to the feeling of inadequacy. We all can relate to the feeling of achievement, however small it may be. And today, we all can relate to the feeling of fear. Fear of our new future and success in this present. So today, class of 2013, remember that nothing in life is worthwhile unless we take risks. Every failed experiment is one step closer to success. You'll fail at some point in life, accept it. We'll lose, we'll suck at something, but never look back and never be discouraged. So class of 2013, even though we may be looked down upon, even though we may be seen as the underdogs, let's stand up together and prove every naysayer wrong and be the absolute best we can be.
And so, will every future healthcare worker, including doctors, dentists, and nurses, please stand up? Come on, stand up. All you future healthcare workers, stand up. Stand up.
And all future painters, actors, singers, please stand up.
In addition to any athletes like me, from basketball to baseball and anything and everything in between, please stand up.
And just like me, all future business owners, including CEOs to presidents, please stand up.
And those like me who have dreams of being bigger than life, please stand up. We're not stopping here.
Family and friends, ladies and gentlemen,
family and friends,
we, the class of 2013,
stand before you today,
and we are the future.
At this time, I'd like to bring up our next student performer, Jeremiah Valdez.
Okay. You want to stand?
Hello. Hi, guys. So, this is the last time I'm singing for Florence High School, and I want to make it special. So, this goes out to you guys. So weary when troubles come and my heart burden be, and I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. There is no life without its hunger. Each restless heart beats so imperfectly. But when you come shoulders, you raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up to more than I can be. The seniors!
Wow. Next, I'd like to bring up Mr. Elias Mendoza, our teacher in charge, to present our valedictorian and salutatorian.
Good evening, everyone. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce these two young men who have accomplished some significant accomplishments throughout this last 4 years. You already know who they are. Combined, they have taken all honors and AP classes that Florida High School has to offer. Their GPAs are outstanding on their own. They are separated by 0.02%. Our salutatorian has an impressive GPA of 4.65, and our valedictorian has a GPA of 4.67. Our valedictorian will be attending UCLA in the fall, and our salutatorian will be attending UC Berkeley in the fall as well. Please join me in bringing onto the stage our valedictorian, Adil Sultan. And our salutatorian, Brian Jiang. Thank you. It is my pleasure to have Mr. Ross come back onto the stage, and he'll be introducing the Hall of Honor.
Good evening. I get the wonderful privilege of introducing the students who have been selected to Florida High School's Hall of Honor. The Hall of Honor is the highest recognition that a student at Florida High School can receive. In order to qualify for this prestigious award, a student must complete the following: have earned a grade point average of 3.5 or higher each semester and have no D's or F's. Completed 2 years of fine or visual performing arts, be a member of an athletic team for 4 seasons, and achieved an athletic block scholar. Be an active member of Florida High Club for 2 years, one of those being academic and another social. Be a recipient of a Bronze Panther, Silver Panther, and Gold Panther Award, have attendance of 95% or better, have no suspensions, and have the principal's recommendation. This year, the Hall of Honor will go to 5 students. As I call your name, please come to the stage. Arvin Chan. Kathy Locke. Amber Quach. Carlos Quesada. And Eric Tao. Each of these students has chosen someone special to present the award to them. Arvin Chan has selected Coach Braha to present him with the award. Kathy Locke has selected Florence High School office technician Ray Hughes to present her with the award. Amber Quach has selected Florence High School teacher Florin Barros to present her with the award. Carlos Quesada has selected Florence High School teacher Robert Brewer to present him with the award. And Eric Tao has selected Florence High School teacher, again, Mr. Brewer, to present him with the award. Next, I'd like to present our next performer, Anthony Gordon.
They said you wouldn't make it so far, and ever since they said it, it's been hard. But never mind the nights you had to cry, 'cause you have never let it go inside. You worked real hard and you know exactly what you want and need. So believe, and you can never give up. You can reach your goals. Just talk to your soul and say, I believe I can. I believe I will. I believe I know my dreams are real. I believe I will. your moves will let them show. You keep creating pictures in your mind, so just believe they will come true in time. It will be fine. Leave all of your cares and stress behind. Just let it go. Let the music flow inside. Forget all your pain and just start to believe. Yeah. I believe I can, I will. I believe I know my dreams are real. I believe hey, I got a taste, yeah. Whoa, hey, that is believe. Whoa, 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 yeah. Two. Oh. 1, 3. Never mind what people say. Hold your head high and turn away. With all my hopes and dreams, I will believe, even though it seems it's not for me. I won't give up, I'll keep it up. Look into the sky. Hey, I will achieve all my needs. I will always believe. Oh, oh, hey. Yeah. Put your hands together like this. My dreams are real. Woo! Whoa, 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 hey. That is, I do believe in me. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. My dreams are real. Watch me, watch me, watch me. Hey, hey. That's why I do believe. Yeah, yeah. That's a 13.
So I think next year I have to realize that I should not go on after all the talent that's been on the stage. Maybe I should go first. Hard act to follow. We do have a lot of talent at Florence High School, so I would like to a round of applause for our band over there for their prelude today. And our choir and our student performers. Thank you so much. You're very talented. So, it is a great privilege to stand before you tonight as the principal of Florence High School. I'd like to extend a special thank you to the members of our school board, as well as to Superintendent Dr. Stephen Ladd, our Associate Superintendent of Secondary Education, Ms. Christina Penna, for providing me with the opportunity to be the principal of Florence High School. Florence High School truly is a great place, and tonight we get to celebrate the accomplishments of those who've helped make it great, the class of 2013. I would also like to recognize and thank our activities director, Ms. Sandy Goring. The Florence High School administrative team and my administrative assistant, Ms. Joanna Corrigan, for their hard work and dedication in preparing this ceremony. A heartfelt thank you also needs to go out to the individuals who have inspired, motivated, and enlightened you, counseled you, and prepared you to achieve excellence. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause to Elk Grove's finest, the teachers, counselors, and staff of Florence High School. In addition, class, you may not know it, but you also have teachers from James Rutter Middle School who've come tonight to share in the celebration. So please give them a warm welcome. Finally, a very special recognition needs to go out to those who have provided the class with the support, encouragement, and guidance from the very beginning. Ladies and gentlemen, please recognize the parents and guardians of the class of 2013. Part of my job in delivering a commencement speech is to offer some advice, words of wisdom, or to come up with something that will inspire you, the graduating class of 2013. Well, I don't have any advice. I have no words of wisdom. But as I look out at the class of 2013 and reflect over the last 3 years that I've known you, and as I recall your stories, I realize that you are the ones with advice. You have the words of wisdom, as we saw tonight with our presentations. And you, in fact, inspire me. There is a quote that I came across that I want you to hear and keep in mind. The difference between the impossible and the possible lies in a person's determination. Those words live in each one of you. You are a class that clearly understands that where you are today does not mean that's where you will remain. You are a class that has dreams, and you refuse to have those dreams tethered to the expectations of others. You will not be bound by failure, but will continue to explore, learn, and triumph. Rather than be defeated by those obstacles put in front of you, you choose to use those obstacles as opportunities to build the strength of your will. You hold it together. You endure. You persevere at times when everyone would understand if you fell apart. I'm not making this up. I'm not throwing out just kind words just because that's my job. I know this to be true of the class of 2013. As seniors, you're all too familiar with the words claim and evidence. I have evidence to back my claim. A few months back, I had the opportunity to read an essay from Lucero Soto. Lucero wrote this essay as part of her application process to the UCs. As I read through the essay, I was moved. Not only was she telling her story, but I believe she was sharing a story that echoes through each one of you. I'm going to read parts of Lucero's story to you tonight, and as I do, keep thinking the difference between the impossible and the impossible lies in your determination. Lucero writes, "My name is Lucero Soto. I plan on attending a college and majoring in social science. My dream is to become a high school teacher. I know there will be many obstacles in the future, but I will accomplish my dream. When I was a freshman, I experienced hardship that changed my life forever. I lost 8 family members to a car accident. The driver was drunk. A few months later, I lost my grandmother. She was ill for several months, and the day she passed away was my 15th birthday. This truly devastated me. I lost so many close to me in a few months. I lost all my motivation, my grades suffered, and I considered dropping out of school, a path that was expected for me to follow. I come from a first-generation Mexican-American family of 6. My parents came to America to better their future. My native language is Spanish. Out of my 3 siblings, only 1 graduated from high school. During my freshman year, my family assumed I would follow in the footsteps of my siblings who dropped out. I believed I was a failure, another stereotype. It took several conversations with my parents and a close friend to realize I had to make a change. I made the choice not only for myself, but for the loved ones who will never have the chance to see me graduate from college. I will be a Latina woman who is well educated and will hopefully inspire my students. My life's experiences have shown me that it's not always easy. You will suffer, but as long as you stay strong and move forward, you will be okay. Lucero Soto. So what did you hear in that story? I heard that you need to have a dream. You can't let obstacles stand in your way. You can use heartache and setbacks to make you stronger. I heard that your strength comes from your indomitable will and that you need to listen to those who have your heart, who have your best interest in their heart. I heard you shouldn't waste time becoming somebody else's image of you, and the biggest obstacle to your dreams is indifference. Remember, a few minutes ago I said, you are the ones with the advice. You have the words of wisdom, and you are the ones that inspire. Lucero's story is one of 330 that has been or will be written by the class of 2013. Lucero's story is a tribute to those of you who have overcome challenges and a reminder that you are stronger today than you were yesterday. And for those of you who have yet to face life's challenges, strength lies within you. You are in control of your destiny. Each one of you has the ability to overcome hardship, cast away doubt, and pursue your dreams. So, before I close, I just want you to remember a couple of things. As you pursue your dreams, take the time to thank those that helped you along the way. If you get stuck along the way, take the time to remember who you are and renew the passion of your dream. And this is important, so listen carefully. If your dream brings you lots of money, remember your principal. Class of 2013, the difference between the impossible and the impossible lies in your determination. Thank you very much. So now, it's the moment you've been waiting for. To the President of the Board of Education of the Elk Grove Unified School District, as the principal of Florin High School, I am proud and highly honored to present to you the conferring of the high school diplomas for the Florin High School class of 2013. Mr. Cooper, would you assist me, please? It is now my pleasure to introduce the President of the Elk Grove Unified School District Board of Education, Mr. Chet Madison, Sr.
Good evening. On behalf of the Board of Education, I want to thank the parents, the guardians, and the grandparents for their support given to our graduates today. Also, I want to thank the Florin High School teachers and staff, all their hard work and dedication. As president of the Board of Education of the Elk Grove Unified School District, and by the authority vested in me by the state of California, I do hereby authorize the issuance of diplomas to the 2013 graduating class of Florin High School, a home of the Panthers. Thank you.
Liliana Lupsa. Samantha Suar. Durali Amador Andrade. Maritza Aguilar. Sandy Lee. Z Tao. Marcy Her. Dina Tatar. Arvin Chan. Yesenia Paz. Tanya Arroyo. Lu Se Lee. Michelle Cha. Richard K. Lee. Daniel Pham. Anthony L.J. Gordon, Jr. Krisha Ann G. Atienza. Karen G. Torres. Deja Kishay Conger Emerson. Kylie Simone Strickland. Ashley Victoria Thomas Williams. Izzy Chavaria. Jesus Alejandro Gomez. Cindy Hua Lore. Gina Alexandra Rounds. Jeremiah Valdez Quilisa. Vanessa Ruiz. Gail Rosemary Oliver. Brian Gang. Shannon Sue. Carlos Quesada. Jackie Sam. Eric Tao. Kathy Locke. Vivian Lee. Richard Herr. Travis Vu. Stephen Yang. Reagan Vang. Amber Christine Kwok. Sabrina H. Fernandez. Griselda Juan Pedro. Samantha H. Fernandez. All right. Sandy P. Carrillo. Francis Sarita. Lisbeth Garcia. Alexis Lillian Saldana. Alina Barajas. Eduardo Colmenares. Jacqueline Arroyo Gonzalez. Cloverise Jones. Cassandra Tizak. Crystal Carabas. Margarita Paniagua. Yesenia Ramirez. Deja Janae Joe Smith. Deja Pierce. Benjamin Walls. Troynisha Harris. Rainisha Knox. Ilya Okanev. Peter Antonov. Felika Tone. Jasmine Sanchez. Abiola Awolowo. Thomas Dempsey Brewer the Fourth. Dao Nguyen. Kim Dao Nguyen. Vu Chow. Chanel Dam. Maitran Dang. Shanil Chan. September Pasquale. Matthew Say Chow. Wilson Tao. Ruben Pavlovich Kutsar. Amy D. Saturn. Tristan Jose Rylander. Alvaro Perez Rodriguez. Adil Sultan. Camilla Coleman. Christina Prakash. Amanda Langdon. Michelle Segaviano. Gabriel S. Andrian. Jonathan Taylor Sue. Astacia Sloan. Iona Sirar. Anna Mihai. Lydia Lepe. Cache Bradford. Susanna Lagenvenko. Kiana Hazel. Elizabeth Brazier. Elise Diagut. Leticia Lorta. Jamina Cominaro. Giovanna Strong. Naniula V. Myra Sanchez. Jamel Umbangan Sagsagat. Eileen Rinchand Sim. Steve Soape Salongo Fisitua. Brian Medina. Jerome Griffin III. Stefan McDowell. Christopher Joseph Claro. Maurice Napoleon Cephas III. Marcos Isaias Flores. Elijah Malik Preston. Larry Jordan. Ashley Walker. Lucero
Soto. Ernest Kennedy III. Eddie Richie Watts. Larissa Yuryevna Torlik. Brenda Vu. Jonathan Au. Miguel Orozco. Dorita Cooey. Jorge Luis Ocampo. Kennard Chan. Adam Vu. Aisha Rubab. Yoselina Prado. Paola Gutierrez. Isabella Safon. Guillermo Vasquez. Tariq Ashraf. Adina Her. Cyrus Yang. Lo Se Turn. Carolyn Sapon. Cassandra Vang. Yang Michelle Yang. Shua Tao. Eva Chen. Yonique Smith. Sierra Hammock. Dolores Jordan Andrews. Emerson Vergara. Allison Kate Hyam. Hala Mufala. Brianda Marlene Oseguera. Swan Ho. Tran Nguyen. Risha Regina Hinton. Tien Tran. Not on Tran. Kenny Min Vu. Kim Bowie. Kim Chung. Jeffrey Zhao. Gon Lee. Sunny Bang. Austin Kwok Tran. Billy Yang. Lee Ching Her. Key Andy Tao.
Kai Kwok. Kamaljit Singh. Robert Jong. Holly Lu. Victor Ka. Sydney Bird. Tyler Breeden. Robbie Vang. Tang Kong Her. Paddy Vang. Zhao Tao. Julie Lee. Julie Her. Elizabeth Vang. Cindy Hang. Nia Juby Lee. Pashia Vang. Zer Tao. Danielson Hugh. Ocean Vang. Maria Prieto. Egbert Vang. Hong Ping Vang. Adante Lewis. Chester Christopher Corrales Agbiani. Cesar Hernandez. Shelly Prasad. Cariza Ann Hulera Atianza. Mino Prasad. Yen Ka Sen. Nguyen Hong. Annabelle Zhang. Jennifer Ya. Galzua Tao. Diane Yang. Keno Vang. Abigail Her. Paku Zhang. Jerry Vang. Jacob Robert Allen Hansen. Omar Efren Beltran. Ching Quang. Janice Chang. Ka Lee. Yer Tao. Claudia Torres Saldana. Martin Escoto. Jesus Manuel Loreto Jr. Dominic Martinez. Gabriel Escobar. Anthony Tao. Mario Santiago Ibarra. Jose Luis Blanco. Priscilla Judith Navarez. Monica Pettit. Yi Tao. Frank Phillips. Juan Daniel Garcia. Jonathan Jonah Zhang. Emery Michelle Sade Hall. Alexander Allen. Juandeep Singh. Louis Shamoum. Christopher Ortiz. AJ Ortiz. Austin Zai Hong. Liliane Gospel Napetapulu. Liarina Therese Madarang Domingo. Aaron Lee. Tita Marie Gelato Yase. Valerie Maritza Alvarez. Pearl Herr. Lisa Herr. Brenda Van. Sarah Bong. Nu Vu. Ping Mua. Tujer Yang. Nathaniel Gilbrave. Lo King Sepan. Eric Chow.
Tiffany Say Chow. Annalisa Lee. Crystal Zybong. Delina Liu. Belinda Vu. Victoria Nguyen. Michaela Saturn. Christian Cruz Kua. Brendan Josh Arenas Munoz. Alex Mai. Evan Nguyen. Jonathan Vang. Jonathan S. Zong. Rich Chang. Jerry Zong. Niraj Reddy. Samaj J. Hornbuckle. Vanita Lal. Suraj Reddy. Matthew Carl Wickman. Anthony Q. Cow. Edward Allen Andrade II. Hugo Salinas II. Ricardo Garcia. Karina Gonzalez. Elizabeth Gonzalez. Ivan Guillen. Joshua Bui. Rauhitesh Kumar Singh. Kathleen Lumbang. Emily Saifan. Tony Nguyen. Hui Tran. Joseph Baker. Champagne Penkin. Myra Martinez. Carla Picardo Flores. Yuri Liana Alanis Avalos. Do some tricks. I said do some stand up. Felicia Wei Chan. Raymond John Espinoza Jr. Enrique Romero Cruz. Justin Hui Nguyen. Hunter Anthony Lindsay. Natalie Marie Gonzalez. Brianna Cecilia Gammon. Gloria Martinez. Amanda Lee. Amanda Lumbang. Jackie Sue. Alexander Chiem. Salvador Tinoco. Andre Ruiz. Alejandra Guzman. Pamela Harigi. Yaritza Gomez. Maria Moreno. Vanessa Patino. Priscilla Perez. Anthony Gutierrez. Talia Dahone. Serena Secrete. Udora Yang. Caitlin Marie Hill. Joey Hong. Anna Marie Chisholm. Chelsea Sefan. Natalie Seychow. Mai Si Shang. Mendy Ha. Emily Yang. Yvonne Nguyen. Christina Zong. Cody Larkin. Ka Vu. Laura Ventura. Genesis Ochoa. Jasmine Barajas. Jessica Garcia. Faye Fiso. Giselle Thomas.
It gives me great pride and honor to present to you the graduating class of Florence High School 2013. Graduates, you may move your tassels from your right to your left. Congratulations.